Man, it's early Saturday morning. It's about 6:45 in the morning, Saturday morning. So I'm drinking some coffee, man. Just looking at the news. Um, um, but you know, um, I just got one question as I'm scanning through my news feed and looking at the news. I just got one question for Killer Mike and Jay-Z. And I know my words or my commentary might not mean shit. Because I'm not no multi-millionaire. I'm just a common everyday nigga caught up in the struggle. But I'm a hip hop head. I grew up with hip hop. The first lyric I ever remember verbatim was Melly Mel's verse on The Message. I remember every verse that was spit by every MC on the movie The Wild Style. The first rhyme that I ever wrote was to the instrumental of Tila Rock, It's Yours. And the second rhyme I ever wrote was to LL's I Need a Beat instrumental. So I think I can consider myself a true hip hop head, right? Not only was I a fan of hip hop, I was also a student of hip hop. But I got one question for Jay-Z and Killer Mike. When did the Grammys become validation for hip hop? Why do we need to win a Grammy to determine if you're a nice MC or not? Right? Why are we seeking their validation is my question. Killer Mike, you made the analogy between your album and Nas' Illmatic. Illmatic never won a Grammy. Nas never won a Grammy for that album, but Nas is credited as being one of the greatest lyricists that ever touched the mic as a result of that album. That's one of the greatest albums, hip hop albums ever produced, but it never won a Grammy. And he said it. I came in with no famous guest appearances, no super producers, but yet I'm crowned the best lyricist, right? Because we said he was fresh. We said he was nice. We didn't need the Grammys to say he was nice. And I get it. So I'm just kind of, I want to know y'all thought process. I think y'all are amazing lyricists. I think y'all are master MCs. I got every Jay-Z album, right? I got every Killer Mike album. I think y'all are master MCs, amazing lyricists. But why didn't you stand with KRS-One on this one, bro? And his protest towards the Grammys. Chuck D said it best. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Right? I'm just trying to understand, based off some of the things, Killer Mike, I've heard you talk about as an activist. Why did you need to seek their validation for your album? Why wasn't our standard good enough for you? The heads had already spoken that your album is classic. But even if so, I was hoping, Jay-Z, I remember you had a song, I can't remember the song exactly, where you had reference to Cold Crush. I'm overcharging for what they did to the Cold Crush. I heard you say countless times, hearing me is like hearing G rap in his prime. Why wasn't those brothers acknowledged at that time? KRS-One, G Rap, Rakim, LL, Big Daddy Kane. If you want to include Slick Rick, we know those 6 MCs set the lyrical foundation for the very reason we rhyme the way we rhyme today. I don't give a fuck what no MC say on the earth. Those 6 MCs are the reason we rhyme the way we rhyme today. Okay? They wasn't even acknowledged. Grandmaster Flash, who the pioneers, whose shoulders we stand on, and the Furious Five. The Rocksteady crew. All the B-boys, the graffiti artists. Right? None of these artists or hip-hop pioneers wasn't even mentioned. That was y'all time to at least acknowledge them and even go a step further. The music that we sample, right, that we used to make our beats, to make our songs for our albums, those musicians never won a Grammy. Curtis Mayfield ain't never won no Grammy. How many Grammys did the Funkadelic win? How many Grammys did the Kool in the Gang win? Right? How many Grammys did Al Green win? OJ's. How many Grammys did they win? But we were sampling their music, and we built a multi-billion-dollar a year industry off of their music that never won a Grammy. So, brother, I'm just trying to understand, why do you think that the Grammys is a validation for hip hop?